everyone, this is going to be my bonding video. I am here with my new rabbit, Bertie. He is my newest addition and I'm wanting to bond him with my current pair, which is a male and female pair, and I've got Primrose and Reuben. Primrose and Reuben used to live in a trio with my other rabbit, Velvet, until Velvet sadly passed away last year. So they've been living as a pair for around 6 or 7 months now. So yeah, they've lived together for quite a while without another rabbit. But Bertie is new and I would love to add him into a trio with them, so hopefully they will bond, and I'm going to be filming the process. So I did make a bonding video last time when I bonded Reuben and Velvet with Primrose, and it got a lot of positive feedback and a lot of people found it really helpful, and it helped them to bond their rabbits. So I decided to do the same again this time around, except the difference is this time around that I'm adding another boy, so it's going to be 2 males and a female rather than 2 females and a male. So yeah, I'm really quite nervous this time around because Bertie is quite small and Primrose is a really big rabbit and I'm scared she could hurt him just because of the size difference. Another thing I'm nervous about is the fact that Bertie has lived by himself for around 2 years or so, and yeah, he's not used to other rabbits really, like he's used to living by himself, so at first he might be really nervous and scared, and I'm just a bit worried about how he'll react. But hopefully, if they bond, he'll be really happy to have company, so I'm really hoping that it's going to go well. I'm going to go through some of the basics that you need for bonding. So first of all, you need to bond them in a neutral space. This is a space where none of the rabbits have been before, or if they have been before, it's been thoroughly cleaned and they won't recognise it. So I'm going to be bonding in my bathroom. However, I've also got a pen, and I'm going to put a pen up in my bathroom just to make it a little bit smaller, because I feel like if they have the whole bathroom it's kind of too much space. So I've got a pen and I've set it up in there just to just to have a smaller area. So hopefully that'll be better and easier to access. The next thing you need are some gloves. I highly recommend this. I don't think anybody should be bonding without gloves because it's just so important. And by gloves I don't mean like the flimsy woolly gloves, I mean like proper ski type gloves. These are my ones. I've used them for all my bonding experiences and you might be able to tell, but they're a bit battered. But yeah, I'd rather the glove got battered rather than my hand. So yeah, sometimes when rabbits are fighting and you need to split them up, you need to get your hands in there. And obviously you don't want to get scars on your hand or get scratches on your hand, so I highly recommend gloves. What do you think? I think Bertie can smell the rabbits on it. But yeah, so these are what I'm going to be using, and yeah, highly recommended. The next thing that you need is some sort of food. I'm going to be using pellets, but right now, for example, I've just got some dried forage and a fenugreek crunchy. But yeah, I'm going to scatter food down just to like distract the rabbits and hopefully stop them from fighting. Hello Bertie. Right, so Bertie has moved, so we're just going to change the camera angle for now. The next thing that I highly recommend is to wear a long sleeve top. And that is basically to protect your arms, because rabbits, when they fight, they can fling their claws everywhere and, oh hello, and you can get scratches all up and down your arms. And you might even get bitten on your arm, so if you don't want that, please wear long sleeve tops. Another thing that you might want to do is wear comfy trousers, because when it comes to bonding, you're going to be spending most of the day in the same room with the rabbits, and you want to be comfy, you don't want to be uncomfy, basically. And if you're going to be sat on the floor a lot as well, so you just want to be comfy. So I'm going to be wearing jogging bottoms. I might look a bit of a scruff, but it's all for the bunnies. Another thing that some people like to do is have a blanket or a towel, so that if the rabbits start fighting they can throw the towel over the top of the bunnies and hopefully it will stop them. But to be honest, I much rather use my hands with the gloves, obviously, because I feel like if you throw the towel over and they don't stop fighting, then that could be a big problem. So yeah, I would rather just try and split them up with my hands. Another thing that I just quickly want to mention is that last year I put the rabbits straight into the bathroom, and that was when they first met each other. Whereas this time around the rabbits have actually already seen each other, and that's because I put them in the run and I put a partition down the middle, and that was basically just to get Bertie used to seeing other rabbits, because as I said earlier, he's lived by himself for so long, he might not even realise what another bunny is. So just to let him get used to them for a little bit, we did put a partition in the middle of the run. But I did film a little bit of that, so I'll just include some clips here. So this run is 8 foot by 5 foot, I believe. So it's pretty big, so I've got it in 2 halves. I've just put these metal panels down the middle. There's no way they can get through. I've like wound these things around so they can't get through. It looks to be going alright to start off with, to be honest. There's not really any aggression towards the new boy, and he's not showing any aggression towards my pair. Basically, these two are being a little bit funny with each other. They're distracted by food at the moment, but before I started filming, there were a bit of chasing between these two. Nothing serious, and I'm just going to leave them like this for a few hours and just get them used to each other's smells and everything. I did do this for about 20 minutes yesterday, but that was it, whereas today is like the real deal and I'm starting to do it for a lot longer. So yeah, I'm going to leave them for a few hours to get to know each other, I guess. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I basically just did that so that they could get used to each other for a little bit, but the real bonding starts now, well, starts today when they're going into the bathroom. So hopefully it will all go well. Please wish us luck and let's see how it goes. So, there's a little bit of referred aggression. Primrose keeps biting Reuben. This warble's getting in the way at the moment, and Bertie keeps stepping in the water, so I'm going to remove that. But yeah, we're going to keep seeing how things go. And I'm on hand with my gloves to help if there is any problems. Stamped then. Primrose. There's no like severe aggression at the moment, so that's a good sign. Reuben seems more interested in his food. Primrose, she does seem a little bit scared actually. Oh, it's alright. She'll probably bite him any chance she gets though. But we'll see. What do you think, Bertie? Don't you bite? Bertie's trying to nibble. Nipping is quite normal. You're not sure what to think, are you? Reuben. Nipping and fur pulling is normal, and so is humping. But it's when they start having like aggressive lock-on fights that you need to worry, and that's where they're biting onto each other so hard that it's very difficult to separate them. If you want to see an example of a fight like that, then check out my last bonding video. I'll link it below, because Primrose and Velvet did have a few of those fights and they were really frightening, but we did manage to split them up, and in the end they did end up bonding, so that's good. He's not sure what to think, are you, Bertie? You're not sure? Good girl. Good girl. She's ignoring him a bit, which is good. Don't bite. She will bite you. She will. Be nice. Bertie. So in case you're new to my channel, this is Primrose. She's my big agouti girl. This is Reuben, the little Rex. I think he's either quite a big mini Rex or he's mini Rex crossed with a standard Rex, because he's too small to be a full standard Rex. He's lovely. And this is Bertie, the lionhead, but as he's quite a small lionhead, I think he's crossed with a Neverland dwarf maybe. It might be that it's just a small lionhead, but I think there's a chance that he might be crossed with a nethy. But yeah, so that's the 3 of them. I think they look really cute together. Hey. And to be honest, this could be going a lot worse, so I'm quite happy with how it's going. Oh, you're grooming. He's grooming her, I think. This is the current situation. Been bonding for about 15 minutes, maybe not even that. I've just noticed this fur on me, which used to be where Primrose or Reuben pulled some of poor little Bertie's fur out. But like I said, fur pulling is normal, so I'm not too worried. I've got hay down and pellets down just to distract them, because instead of fighting, they can eat that. Hello? Are you washing or biting? I think he's washing because she's not kicking off. So she's not happy right now. Calm down. But yeah, that is normal. He's grunting a bit too. I'm sorry, Primrose. I feel so mean, but I've just got to let it happen. Come on. Because that is normal. I feel like this is like bonding a pair because he's just a wimp. Come on. But the one I was worried about was Primrose, and it's going way better than I thought it would. So come on out, you. Good boy, Reuben. That was nice and gentle. Well, this is a good sign. So all along I've been worried about Primrose scaring Bertie, but it's the other way around. Bertie is terrifying poor Primrose. He will not stop humping her. She's been running laps around the pen, so much so that we had to take Reuben out. He's just hiding outside there because as she was running, trying to get away from Bertie, poor little Reuben was getting crushed in the middle of it. He's also been humping Reuben. Reuben's just been running off, but he was nowhere near as scared as Primrose is, like as you can see. She's pretty scared. And he's tired now, he's laid out next to her. Bertie has finally stopped humping them for a little bit. Primrose has been really, really scared. I felt really sorry for her, but she's calmed down now and she's having a wash. Reuben jumped onto my knee to take refuge, and he's laid down now, so he's got comfy, and I kind of can't move now because he's so comfy. It's quite funny, but at least he's calmed down a bit now. I think he's going to injure himself if he carries on, because he just won't stop. Watch what happens when I get in here. I'll show you what Reuben does. If I get on here like this, he jumps straight up, bless him, because he feels safer on me. He's not usually a cuddle bunny, so I'm quite surprised. But yeah, I think he just feels safe by jumping up onto my knee. Oh, she's flopped out. Stressful bonding bunnies, isn't it? It's stressful. Stressful. So we've been bonding for, oh wow, I didn't realise that was the time. For nearly 3 hours. I thought it'd been like an hour, but it's gone really fast. So yeah, been bonding for around 3 hours now, and it's still going well. Them some treats to calm them down, and they're all squished in there. Well, Primrose and Reuben are trying to get to the treats, but Bertie's gone and plonked himself down next to them. So yeah, look, seems to be going okay. He's still doing a happy thing. She's standing her ground. Oh, he is a little rascal, I tell you. Stamping. Can't get to him, can you? I just don't know when he's going to give up. I'd get out the way if I was you, Bertie. Ooh. Bertie. Bertie. You won't win a fight with her. Stop it. So I jumped in the pen to split up that little scuffle, and Bertie decided to lunge at Primrose, but instead of getting Primrose, he got me. I know I said to be comfy, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have gone for different trousers because it went straight through and onto my legs. I'm going to have to wash that and should be fine. I've had my tetanus injection, nothing to worry about. But thank you very much, Bertie. Really appreciate that bite. I've made the pen a little bit smaller just to get them to interact a bit more. Humpin's calmed down now, which is good. It's now 8:30. I started bonding at 3, so it's been a good 5.5 hours. And yeah, going well, I think. I've now put the bottom of the carrier in there with hay and newspaper just so that they have like a nice bed, because I feel like they're getting along so well now that they're not going to fight over it, and they can all fit in there anyway. I've also got some dandelions, so I'm just going to give those to them now. But yeah, they're getting on really well and I'm really happy with it. I'm just debating where I'm going to sleep tonight, because last time I was bonding I slept in the bathroom, but I've been in here like all afternoon, and to be honest, most of the time I've literally just been sat here and nothing has happened, like nothing has been going on. So I just feel like, is it worth sleeping in here when they're getting along so well? So I may sleep in my own bed tonight. It's literally only through the store and upstairs, so I won't be too far away. And if I leave the door open, then if anything's happening, then we'll be able to hear. But I might like set a few alarms for the middle of the night so I can come down and check on them. But I just don't really think it's worth sleeping in here. Like last time when I was bonding, Velvet and Primrose were having some pretty nasty fights, so I felt like I had to be here. But this time around, they are getting on really well. The only problem is he's humping a bit, but that seems to have calmed down so much now. Like that's almost stopped. And he'll go up to Primrose and Reuben, and they just don't care. They just kind of sniff him, and he's even washed them, and Reuben's washed him. So yeah, I do think it's going really, really well, so we'll see. It is now 20 to 11, and the bunnies are still doing really, really well. So I'm really, really pleased. Look, they're happily eating next to each other. That is so good.